Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Raw Recap with the Drip King, Jimmy Bay from WRESTLEBUDDY. I am here tonight with a fantastic episode of Raw. I am pumped. As you can see, I am wearing the Kevin Owens Show shirt because tonight was all about Kevin Owens. With one segment, he stole the entire night, and that's what we're getting off. We're starting the show off with that because that's what Raw started with. I'm pumped. My son's pumped. We're like, okay, what's happening? He starts talking me about Stone Cold, and then the glass breaks, and he goes crazy. And I'm like stunned because I'm walking to my seat with pizza in hand. I'm like, is this really happening? And then they're waiting, and the longer they wait, I'm like, oh, they pulling a fast one. And then sure enough, at first I was like, wait, nope, they got me. Because out comes Kevin Owens. He's got the bald cap on, he's dressed to Stone Cold, he's even got the knee braces on, and he's strutting to the ring, and they got us. I was like, you sons of, you a bad man, Kevin Owens, you a bad man. So he comes to the ring and he cuts a promo, half Kevin Owens, half Stone Cold. About halfway through the promo, he's dogging on him, and then the glass breaks again, and the crowd goes even crazier, and I'm like, it's happening. My son jumps up out of the seat, goes, it's happening. And then Kevin Owens starts laughing, and you son, you got me twice Kevin Owens got me. And then he continued to cut the promo. It was great stuff. Did the beer, kept throwing stuff, missed it, had the guy come hand him a beer. It's a nice little product placement of Stone Cold's new lager. Then after he hands him the beer, he gives the beer guy a stunner, clashes the beers together, pours the beer on him. He gets down and does the jaw jacking like Stone. The Stone Cold mannerisms were there. The promo was there. The excitement was there. As I stated, I think this is the best opening Raw has had in a long time. I'm a little biased. I love Kevin Owens. I love Stone Cold. I'm very excited about this Mania moment, match, whatever it's going to be. I'm excited about it. So that might have a little bit to do with it, but I really think it was done so well. It set the tone for the night, in my opinion, because, again, the rest of the show I think is really good. This was a really good Raw. And honestly, if this was the go-home episode of Raw, barring the cliffhanger at the end, I think it would have done the job. But that's that. Yeah, we had an HBK in Montreal moment. Yes, or a last time, another time in Chicago when Paul Heyman came out to CM Punk. It was a moment like that. Just totally got the fans. And I'll take a quick timeout to just congratulate the city of Chicago. I don't know why it is the way it is. I wish it wasn't, but for some reason, Chicago is like the best wrestling crowd in the country. I don't get why the crowds don't translate like that everywhere else. Why can't we get crowds like that in New York or Atlanta or what? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why is Chicago so special? I love the fans, and that's why it's a bucket list. I want to go watch a show with these fans because they clearly love wrestling. But yeah, that was the opening, and I'm like I said, I loved every second of it. I thought it was brilliant. And yeah, and it just set the tone. From there, we go to Seth Rollins in the back. He's being interviewed. I still have not got this guy's name that's interviewing people in the back. He goes, what are your thoughts on not going to WrestleMania, Seth? Seth starts laughing. He takes the microphone and says, I'm going to take this. He starts laughing again, walks away. Go to commercial break. We come back, and we got a Mysterios versus Dirty Dogs tag team match. Miz comes out on commentary. Of course he does. No Logan Paul tonight. I know a lot of you excited about that one. About halfway through the match, Kevin Patrick, that's his name. Thank you, Chris. My man Chris coming through. I will never forget the name again, Kevin Patrick. So halfway through the match, Seth Rollins' music hits. So we're all dancing because it's the best time. Oh, he comes out and he goes, "This show is not going any further until everyone hears what I got to say." And he's basically, I need my match. I need my moment. He's ready to do something. And his mic starts cutting in and out. So eventually it just goes completely out and he has to leave. They'll go to commercial. They come back. The match is back at it. Decent action between the Mysterios and Dirty Dogs. I really like the Dirty Dogs. I feel like they're getting better as a tag team every time they're out there. I really wish they'd get more opportunities instead of just being used in moments like this. In the end, Dominic Mysterio ended up getting the pin on Bobby Roode. Of course they did. They need momentum going into WrestleMania. And then afterwards, Dolph Ziggler comes in and he super kicks him, knocks him clear out. And then on the outside, Miz takes out Rey Mysterio. And then he rips off Rey Mysterio's mask, walks off. Dom gets a towel, covers up his dad. And then Miz just walking back, just laughing, having a great time, holding up Rey's mask. Match, nothing special, but I think the segment as a whole was very, very effective. Says Questlemania hopefully should lead to, yes. Lead to Cody. We will get there, Chris. Because yes, it's clearly leading. But again, the match was nothing special. I think the segment though overall did a good job of kind of moving the story forward and building more hype between Miz, Logan Paul, even though he wasn't there, and the Mysterios. They go cut to the back and Seth Rollins is in there with Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce, and he's complaining. He goes, this is nonsense. I should have a match. You guys are doing a terrible job. They said, we'll find you something, Seth. Seth leaves. That's the segment. Then we go to Miz. He's walking down the hallways on his phone. I assume he's talking to Maurice because he's saying, I love you, baby. I love you. I love you. And then he's holding Rey's mask up in the other hand. He gets stopped and he basically says, I took this mask because Logan Paul grew up a Rey Mysterio fan. He adored him. And this mask is a sign of you shouldn't meet your heroes because they were, I don't get what he was trying to say. They were bullying him, I think. And he's going to give that mask to Logan Paul as a trophy. And then he dared Logan Paul to wear it next week on Raw. Looking forward to that. That should be entertaining. Appear random times. Yes, they do appear at random times, Sonya and Adam Pearce. There's no schedule. But this goes back to what I've always said about Raw and how everyone's like, they don't promote things, or when they do promote things, they change things. Raw is a show that happens as it goes. That's the way it's supposed to come across. And when these guys appear at random times, it just gives it that natural feel as opposed to, okay, they're written in, they're here, it's forced. It's supposed to be just a cluster, pardon my French, but a clusterfuck of a show because there's so many personalities and they all want this and they all want to do that. So it's a written show, but it's not supposed to come across as a written show. It's supposed to come across as just a show that is happening. So appearing at random times makes sense. Okay, something's happening. We're there. That's how I feel it should go. Yeah. Next week, Logan Paul wearing the Rey Mysterio Jr. mask. I look forward to that. I think it's going to be entertaining because I think Logan Paul can be a very entertaining person at times. From there, we go to a Brock and Roman recap of what happened on SmackDown. Why the recap on SmackDown? I was interested in this myself. Then they promoted Brock and Roman going to be on Raw next week. Not a fan. I know it's the last week before WrestleMania season. It's the go-home show on Raw. They want to do a bunch of stuff to really hype up WrestleMania, get those last, I guess, ratings in. I know that's what people like to call it, ratings pops, whatever. I'm not sure. I'm not a fan of it. They're both SmackDown people. Leave them on SmackDown. But we will see. They'll be on Raw next week, and they promoted it. So after that, we come, and it's Omos versus Aziz and Apollo Crews. Omos squashed Apollo Crews. Then he squashed Aziz. And now he squashes both of them at the same time. I know some people are not on this Omos bandwagon. I am. I think they're building him up just fantastic. Just very slow, methodically, allowing him to learn and get better. Obviously, he's never going to be a Seth freaking Rollins. Not at that tall, not at that size. But he could be a great monster, and he has shown that he has the tools and the potential to do so. I like what we saw tonight. Afterwards, he got the microphone, He does need some work here, but I think this is his first real promo. I'll give him a chance. Basically said, I'm unstoppable. I'm unbeatable. I challenge anybody. It doesn't matter if it's on Raw, if it's on SmackDown, if it's at Wrestle. I don't care. I'll beat them all. That was that. Chris says Omos at Lashley at Mania. That is the rumor going on right now. Apparently Lashley is cleared. And I just want to go ahead and, because prior to Royal Rumble, I said Omos versus Lashley needs to happen at WrestleMania. I thought it would be for the title, but I'm wrong there. I was correct about, seemingly am correct about Omos Lashley, because the face-off they had last year was too big of a moment. That crowd just reacted to it too big for Vince to ignore it, and they gotta do something with it. And at this point, Omos has nothing. Lashley's coming back. He doesn't have anything because that injury sidelined him. Why not make this happen? It's not going to be as big of a deal because there's no build, but I think it could be good for Omos going forward. After that, we had AJ Styles come out to the ring. He's calling out Edge. You want the Bulldog? Here I am. You woke a monster. I'm ready to beat you down. Then, segment number 3 for Seth freaking Rollins. He comes out. Just, yep. Dance with me. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the tune. He comes out and he basically says that AJ needs to go home. He needs to rest. He needs to get better. I'll take care of Edge, and then you can jump in afterwards. After WrestleMania, I'm gonna take Edge at WrestleMania. And AJ basically told him, kiss off. No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna take care of Edge, and then me and you can get back to this afterwards. Then out comes Sonya and Adam Pearce, being the pricks they are, decide, hey, that sounds like a good idea too, Seth. Even though you tried the same crap last week and we gave you the chance, we're gonna do the exact same thing this week, and we're gonna screw AJ possibly and give you a match tonight with AJ. You beat him, you get Edge at WrestleMania, and AJ's out of luck. Don't do that. That's nonsense. I do think it's hilarious that every week Seth is just like, I'm gonna steal someone else's spot. I think it's hilarious. But for Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville to be on board with it is just wild. Like, why? Y'all supposed to be running a show here that's like, and they're clearly playing favorites by giving Seth Rollins these opportunities. Anyways, after that, AJ's pissed. He ends up attacking Seth Rollins, then kicking ropes, and he's just mad. And then he ends up going into the office afterwards, telling them they suck at doing their job. Duh. After that, we go to a Queen Zelina and Mella thing in the back. Mella is doing this. Queen Zelina is getting mad. And it basically ends when Zelina throws Mella's phone. Mella gets mad and she ends up slapping Zelina, and they start fighting each other. End of segment. Tag team champions are fighting each other before WrestleMania. That's weird. But next week, he's going to try steal their spot. Yeah, I can see Seth doing that. And if it's not going to be Cody, why not? I mean, I feel like that's probably where they're going to go. But the transition from the Zelina Mella segment into the next match, which was Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley versus Shayna and Natty, is nice because it's all together as far as WrestleMania is concerned. You got 3 teams there. They're going to be at the show, facing each other at the show. I like the transition. Side note, I think Liv and Rhea, of all the tag teams in the women's division, which we shouldn't even have because there's no real tag teams, but of all the tag teams they have, outside of Liv and Ruby Riott, I think Liv and Rhea are the only ones that honestly have made sense. Maybe Kairi Sane and Asuka, they worked well together. I like them as a tag team. They look like they belong together. They work well together. I like them. Shane and Natty, not so much. Mella ended up coming out in the Mills match, complaining to Corey about, did you see what happened to her? Doing what Mella does, just yak. And in the end, Shayna Baszler ended up ripping Rhea Ripley off the apron, and then Liv Morgan got pinned 1, 2, 3. So surprise, Shayna Baszler and Natalya got the win here. I was shocked. After the match, Rhea slides in, so they slide out, and she's all mouthing off at him, and then in comes Queen Zelina with the scepter, and she cracks Rhea upside the head. Rhea drops, and then she starts attacking Rhea. And the outside, Carmella super kicking Natalya, super kicking Shayna Baszler. She gets in the ring. They face off because, as I just said, they was fighting in the back. Now they start laughing. They're hugging. It was all a ruse. They got them. They stand tall. Tag champs looking strong. I liked it. I think both segments together did a good job. They were very effective at what they wanted to do here. From there, commercial break, we come back. Becky Lynch promo time. I'm not even going to promote it. Watch it. Just watch it, because Becky Lynch kills it again. That's what she does. This promo was very serious. Even though she came out looking silly at AF with them glasses, whatever you want, face vibe, whatever you want to call it. She looked silly AF with them. She took them off. She cut the promo. It was killer. That's all I'm going to say. Just watch it. After that, Austin Theory was getting interviewed in the back about Pat McAfee, what he's going to do. Then, commercial break. Becky promo was fire. Yes, Chris, I approve. The stamp just so damn good. When they come back from commercial, they're doing the Veer's coming thing. We're all excited. The running gag. It's funny. It's still funny to this day. Okay, Veer is coming. But wait. Groundbreaking news, because Veer is no longer lost. Veer has a date. Veer will come on April 4th. The Raw after WrestleMania. The greatest Raw of the year. I can't wait. It's going to be stupendous. Veer is finally coming. Veer will finally come. Yes. April 4th. I'm back. I apologize. I'm back though, baby. I'm back. Okay. Nope, I'm back, Chris. Okay, so here we go. As I said, Veer will be here April 4th. Baby, he is finally going to come. It's going to be a stupendous day for sure. From there, as we said, Austin Theory had the interview before commercial break. Now he's coming out. He has his match with Finn Balor. Before the match starts, they have a special announcement. We have a guest commentary person for the match, and out comes Pat McAfee. I'm okay with that because we all love Pat, and he has a thing with Austin Theory, so it makes sense. My only problem with this whole scenario is Pat McAfee got way too involved in this match, and I know it was to help push forward the feud with Austin Theory. But at the same time, you kind of made Finn Balor look a little bit like a bitch that couldn't handle Austin Theory. Because Pat McAfee didn't get involved once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times. It was about 6 or 7 times this man got involved in this match. Finn Balor is a United States champion on Raw. He should not need this much help to beat Austin Theory. He's beaten Austin Theory before. Austin Theory's beaten him before, but that's beside the point. He's a United States champ. He should not look like this bad. That's a smack on the hand, WWE. You shouldn't be doing that. So basically what ended up happening is all these distractions just mounted up, and Finn Balor ended up getting the win. And he didn't even get a decisive win. He rolled him up. Come on, man. After that, we had RK Bro come out. Then Alpha Academy come out. Chad Gable cut himself a nice promo because that's just what the man does now. He's like one of the top promo guys on Raw right now. It's kind of crazy. And then from there, they had themselves a match. I'm lagging bad. And basically the match, it was decent for what it was. And then it ended up when Riddle got the win He hit the move. 1, 2, 3. Got the victory. After that, Street Profits came down. Otis attacked Randy, but then the Street Profits attacked Otis and Gable. They went to help Riddle up. Then they attacked Riddle. Stood tall. Ended up hitting the frog splash on him. That's what they do. Street Profits look strong going into next week before Mania. We'll see who looks strong next week before Mania happens. Next up, they show a 24/7 segment where the power of Tozawa just shows more of his character and how he's just doing such good work on the character side of things. We got a 24/7 segment nonsense match where it was a intergender tornado tag team match in which Reggie and Dana were going to take on Tozawa and Tamina. It started with a chicken fight where Tozawa got on top of Tamina's shoulders, and then Dana got on top of Reggie's shoulders, and they locked arms, all that nonsense. And then not even a minute later, I think someone got pinned. I went bathroom break. That's what I did. Came back, and Reggie and Dana got the win. After that, it's time for the main event. Let me do that one again. It's time for the main event. That's right. We had AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins in the main event. By the time they both made their entrances, 25 minutes for this match. Thank you. I think it was interrupted twice by commercials, so they didn't really ever get out of, I don't know, maybe second gear. It was a very good match. Towards the end, it started to pick up steam, but it never really, I feel like, got to that next level to make it a great match. It was just a solid match between these two because it's AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. It's two of the best today. You expect it to be this way. AJ Styles was on the apron. He was getting ready to do the phenomenal forearm on Seth. And before he could, out comes Edge. Chair shot in the back of his head. Chair shot down on the ground. Chair shot down on the ground. AJ Styles out. Ring the bell. Ring a ding ding ding. Match is over. You win by disqualification. AJ Styles. But wait, Seth Rollins is beside himself. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. I need this. I need this. He loses his mind. He grabs the mic and he says, "This is bullshit." Cool main event. Yes, it was a very cool main event. Nobody can complain when we're getting Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles on free TV. So then Seth, he's just walking around the ring the whole time. This is bullshit. It's bullshit. And then he starts just ripping off the barricade wall. He starts ripping apart the posts, the table. He starts beating things, and that's the show. Seth Rollins is gone crazy. We had several Cody chants tonight. We had a very, very, very live crowd. I'm so happy when we have crowds like that because it just makes the show. It makes a great show really great. It makes a good show. It just really elevates the show to that next level. During the Cody chant, during a Seth Rollins promo, he acknowledged it at one point. He said something. I can't remember. I didn't write it down. I was busy eating at the moment. But he acknowledged the Cody chants. I think he said something about, we're not going to talk about rumors. We're talking about things that are here to events that are here. And I think it was a Cody reference that he said. Yes, Veer is finally coming to Raw, April 4th. Mark it on your calendar. It's going to be a great day. So Seth acknowledging the Cody rumor, the Cody chants there. We all know he signed his contract. We don't know. The rumor, which seems to be verified, is that Cody has signed. Will he be next week on Raw? Will he not show up until WrestleMania? What the frick is Seth Rollins going to do if Cody isn't there? These are the moments. These are the things I need to know. I have to know. So I'm looking forward to Raw next week because I am completely invested in this Seth Rollins story. He sold it to perfection. They've done it to perfection, in my opinion. Unless they have nothing for him, and then it's another crappy job on WWE. But I don't think that's the case. They definitely have something to Seth. Overall, tonight's show was great. It was great. If you disagree, I don't know what to tell you. I'm a lot more excited for some things at Raw at WrestleMania now. I think the women's tag team match might not be so bad. I think that I didn't think I could possibly be more excited about Kevin Owens and Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I am because Kevin Owens is that damn good. Let's see what else. The Omos Ashley match. I really hope happens. I think it would be cool. I think it would be good. Street Profits have some attitude. They're now in. It's now Street Profits, RK Bro, Alpha Academy at WrestleMania, Triple Threat. They've announced it. I think that's going to be great, especially a Street Profits team with attitude. I think is going to be great. And Veer, we know when he's coming. You're gonna have like 10 million viewers on that Monday Night Raw just waiting to explode with Veer when he finally comes on Raw. It's going to be great. I'm so pumped right now. Yeah, that's the show. Thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate Chris in the chat. I appreciate you much tonight. Match on night 2. Here's what I think is happening, Chris. I think they've hinted that it's gonna be KO and Austin are gonna main event night 1 with their segment. I don't think it's a segment at this point. I don't think they would put that on last if it was just gonna be a segment. Whether or not it's a match or if it's just Stone Cold coming down and whooping his ass, a la Undertaker, John Cena a few years ago, it's gonna be one of those two things at this point. It's not just gonna be coming out and giving him a stunner. There's something major happening here. I'm full in on the Stone Cold having a match at this point. I'm just sold on. I think that's what's happening. No other reason to put it on at the end of night 1. And it also excites me because I don't have Ronda and Charlotte are main event, and they shouldn't have. They never should have been a thing. So thank you, WWE. You did the right thing there. Back to the finale though. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate you in the chat, Krish. And I just hit the like button, and I will be back Wednesday night with Dynamite. Hopefully we have another great show, and hopefully I will see you all there with me. So until then, I will see you then. Have a good day. Wish me a happy birthday, because it's my birthday today, and I was blessed with a great Raw. Thank you very much, WWE. I appreciate the present. So with that said, goodbye. Boom. And yeah, still we're doing this one. Yep. Ayo.